Hi, and welcome to a Sketch Sunday. My name is Tracy Walker, Creative Memories Advisor in Des Moines, Iowa. Thanks for joining me today. We are going for our sketch today. We are going to do Project Recipe 38 on page 80, and it's from the book 52 Scrapbooking Project Recipes. And this is the book that came out last year, Creative Memories. Um, gave them away with a purchase during their birthday. I'm hoping that they will do that again. So, we are going to be using Passport to Adventure. This was originally done with a Golden Harvest collection. So, and we're gonna, as always, I like to sometimes just change it up a little bit. Um, just because I don't have a lot. This is what I have left. I have this sheet and this sheet are the full sheets, and these are going to be my bases. So we're going to put these on the side. So let's flip this over. And I need 3 by 12 for designer paper 1. So I'm going to do this gray. And then I've got some of this left over from a different one because I wanted to do because I need for designer paper 2, I need squares, and I was going to do this is one side and this is the other. This I'm going to save for mats. And then the border, if I'm going to punch it, I'm going to punch it out of probably some navy cardstock. I think the border, I'm still thinking about either using like this washi tape or finding or getting my luggage punch back out again. So let's just start with cutting. I'm going to put all these scraps aside. And then I got my luggage punch out just in case I need it. All right. So I need two 3 by 12. So here's one and two. So this is going to be the strips that go across it. I'm going to put that there. All right. So now I need the squares. So the squares are they're 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So what is really nice, sorry, I had to pick it up off the floor. Is Creative Memories square punch is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So if you don't have it, you can obviously trim it, but if you have that, then you can just trim those. So let's see how many squares I can get out of. And what's nice is you can flip it over, oops, and try to finagle it where you're not I'm not wasting paper. So I need 1 2 3 4 5. So that's one. I may not get, I don't think I'm going to get any more out of that one. All right. So that's one. Let's see, two, three, and see if I can just, I can almost make it maybe if I do like the very edge of both of them. I think that, oh, that was really, really close. Let's see if I can. Oh, talk about that's all that's left. So let's see if that gets me my 5. Hold on, let's see how if they're pretty close. Actually, oh, I did pretty good. All right, talk about that. I've used it to the end. Okay, so now I need 5 from this one. Try to not use or try to not use a ton of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay. We got 5 out of that one. So we still have a little bit left. I'm gonna put that up there for now. I don't think I need it. It looks like I need some stuff for banners, but I'm gonna hold off on that and I'm gonna put that scrap up here for now. I'm gonna save this for mats as well. And I could use the other for mats. Or I could just get some navy out. All right. That's scrap. All right. So we'll do this side. And I don't feel like this has a direction. I guess you could have it going any way you wanted to. I like it this way. All right. So now, and it has a thin strip of something, but we'll see what we can find. First, I just have to find here's my tape runner. Okay. Um, let's see. Maybe a thin strip of this gold. Let's put this on here and see. And these are okay. Let's see if make sure I have everybody going. Since this is a directional paper, I just want to make sure if they're all tilted the right way. And it kind of looks like they might need to overlap a tiny bit. Just like that. All right. So let's get at least the ends on. And let's try and say, okay, I got it on the 10 and then the 2. So make sure I kind of have them on the same line. Okay. And then this one will be on the 6. Just like that. Make sure and try and line them up. Okay. And these can just go right on top. Match them up. They're going to overlap a tiny bit. Just like that. All right. That looks super cute. So the question is do I want like like a strip of gold? Just like right here. What size was that strip? It's a 1/4 of an inch. So let's do a 1/4 of an inch. So a 1/4 of an inch is going to be the edge of the gray mat. So, right. One and then just 2. All right. Get that on there. I put it just on the so it overlays the seam and covers it up. All right. Now I've got those. The question is what do I want this guy needs the border that's going across. So do I want, let's find the edge of the washi tape and do a little test. It comes up, so it's not a big deal if we decide, or if I decide Nope, don't like it. Actually, I like it. All right, we're gonna go with that. All right, just like that. All right. So now this one had 4 pictures. So let's do the other side and then we'll decide what we're going to do for math. All right. Oops. I had punched something out with another punch and it decided it wanted to come with me. All right. Match this up. And get the. I'm just going to overlap just slightly so it's doesn't so it covers that seam. All right. So I'm going to do this upside down. Maybe not. Maybe try and do it this way. It's just so I got 3. All right. Let's put this such that I have to. All right. So this one goes right here. And then, so then we have this, this, this. Okay. Let's get this one. All right. And then we'll turn it this way. So now I'm going to make sure I'll get the one in the middle too. Make sure it's right at the 6. Kind of lining up. A little bit lower. There we go. Something else is stuck to it. Okay, so I wanted them this way. There we go. I'm gonna flip it around and do washi tape. Make sure I do it the washi tape upside down. All right, like that. And I'm just ripping it. It's easy to rip, and then I'm just gonna put it right behind that. All right, so we've got that one done as well. So the mats, let's see. Let's look at the mats. So the mats were 4x6s. How wide is this sheet? This is just a little less than a 4. So we could divide this and make this a mat. That works out. Okay, I've got 2. I'm going to trim this. Okay. Trim that again. I didn't put enough pressure to cut the bottom of it. Oh, no. Do the whole line. There we go. All right. So how wide is this? This is a little more than just as 4 1/4. So that works. So let's just cut this in half. All right. And then we'll cut these to 4 and put that up there for scraps. And then I've also got some mats I could pull. All right. So we've got 1, 2, got 4. Huh. So we might be going a little bit different. So the other ones were 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right. So I might just do this. Make sure I have them going the right way. Maybe do something like that. And then these other mats, got these, pull these mats. These were, no, these aren't available because I looked the other day when I was ordering. Oh, here's some more. Um, these would work. Let's put those. What's on the other side of that? Okay, so I need 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Let's get a couple of those. So how wide is this? This is 4 1/4. And then I got 3 1/4. And then 3. Oh, exactly. Woo, that's awesome. Okay. So if I have this like this, these are going to go here. Now, if I have, see if I can find, okay, now let's, the question is like what color? Because I could do one here. That's yellow. And then use this. Yep, let's do that. So we need this to be 4 1/4. And keep that scrap. And then 3 1/4. And then we've got that there. That there. All right. So we've got, and we could, do that. One thing I do feel like if I am gonna I like having this on the outside, not the inside. So I'm gonna flip this one around as well. Like this, and this. So then I can have clusters down there just like that. All right, let's look and see what else is in the mats. Because there's titles. That might work up there. Oh, this cute little suitcase. I could fussy cut him out. This is trip highlight stuff. I don't know if you can see this. I'm sorry. Put those like that. Rolling suitcase. Black. That's a cool color. Ooh, I really like a lot of these. Too bad this backpack's not available anymore. All right. So the postcard's cool too. All right. I don't think, is there any, I do, this is fine. All right. And this would be a good one to fussy cut. These would be a lot of good ones to fussy cut. Okay. So I'm going to put this off to the side right now. And let's get, and I just dropped my tape runner. All right. So let's just get this stuff adhered down. All right. Let's see how I feel about that. I'm gonna move this over slightly, and then that works. Okay. Those at angles. I don't do a lot of at angles, but I felt like warranted it. And then I could fussy cut that. So let's get the scissors. These little microtip scissors are helpful. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to kind of cut as close as I can without. There's like something stuck to the bottom of this. I have to get my tweezers out and pick it out. All right, save that. And do the same thing. Make sure I'm not cutting this thing. There we go. Sometimes I get, when I'm cutting like very fine things, uh, uh, that is not coming out. Let's see if I pull it. That is so bizarre. That is really stuck in there. All right, there. I think I got it out. All right. I got it. Sometimes when just trimming fine lines, it gets caught up in there. Okay. So I'm gonna fussy cut around this. And sometimes doing it that way my other scissors are packed up for my weekend event that I'm going to. So I'm using my backup ones. And these I just have in my house from the many years of children and scissors. And I don't have to tell you, I'm sure if you have kids, you know, scissors will disappear for a long time and then one day show up. And I've had that, and it just makes me laugh because when each of my kids are moving out, they like show up with all the missing silverware, cups, and then it's like scissors and tape. I'm like, really? You've been having that's been in your room for how long? Well, I didn't realize it was there. I'm like, that's been gone for 3 years. So it's always we always have to, it's like a discussion that is of frustration and laughter at the same time. All right. Got that cut out pretty fast. Not too bad. All right. Well, I feel like he's a little lost. Maybe. Let's look in this stuff. Um, do something like that. So either this, I'm gonna put my little fold or picture placeholder right there. So I like that there. I'm gonna put that up there like that. And then put this guy here. I'm gonna put it on with some foam squares. Get one more of these. Nope, wrong size. I wonder if I have any more. These are all sixes. I must have used them all up. Uh-oh. All right, let me put that up there. Let's find some foam. There's one strip. what happened to. Get rid of that. I know I had some foam left a while ago. Wonder where I threw it to. Here it is. Got buried in the other stuff. All right, get this on there. All right, put that just like that. There we go. Super cute. All right. Let's get this adhered down and then make some decisions. I'm gonna here. This guy right here. That works. So the question is do I want enjoy the journey? Something like that. Make sure I know it's later. No. That's scrap. No. I'm kind of like I love to travel, but I feel like the greens are not exactly right. I like the boarding pass. Does that fit? No, that does not fit down there. That needs something much, much smaller. Just still digging through all of that. So I think this enjoy the journey should fit. Let's trim it. Get a little bit off of each end. There we go. Let's see if I've taken off. Maybe it's off to the side like that. I could take more off the top and the bottom. Let's see here. All right. That. Oops, it shifted. And I got to the bottom. All right. Let's just shift this down slightly and have, let me shift this over too. There we go. Have that right there. That works perfect. All right. Let's see if we can find some more mats or white mats to do that. All right. So need 3x4. I'm looking in my little bin of photos to see what I got for 3x4. Oh, here we go. All right. Oops. That's obviously not going to fit in there. All right. And then let's do this side. I just realized how like wonky this was. It's way off. All right, and put that up there. And then I need one more of these. Put this back. All right, so I got that. Let's see what else they have for embellishing. So they had, oh, and I'm not gonna need those. They had some little banner strips, and since I am uh not doing that, I've got the Enjoy the Journey. I have this. Um, know that I need anything else. I mean, I have one this side and this side. It's one of those like, do I really need anything else for those? Might put just so I can use up these. Put that there. Um, yeah. Let's see what we got for stickers, just to see if there's anything in the stickers worth using. Nope. Nope. I mean, if I want to use another airplane, go see do, up, up and away. I think we're good. I think in this one, we've used up all the like the necessary space. I'm gonna throw that scrap up there, and let's get this um kind of in the center for that. And there, oh, my laundry just got done. Just perfect timing. All right, so here is, and I have this, it opposite. So I have this is down here, and then this one is up here, which is totally fine. Um, and then I did it a little bit differently. So instead of using the like a punch to go across, I just did a strip of the navy washi tape that came with the Passport to Adventure collection. Um, they still have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So they have eight. This one, it's like they cut in half and had it half on one, half on the other, which is super cute. But so I've got, and I ran out of um these holders. So I'll have to cut some more. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So we have the same amount of, we achieved the same amount of photos in this layout as we did in this sketch. It's just slightly in a different arrangement based on what paper I had left. So like right now, this is it with a few extra like small scraps. Um, like this. So that's pretty much all I have left of that collection. I'm gonna have to get some more paper because I got a lot more embellishments than I do paper. So I might have to order another pack. At the time of recording, the paper was still available. The only thing, the last time I ordered, the only thing that was not available was the mats, and those were already sold out. But you can use paper to cut mats. You can use, the navy, a green, a beige, a gray. There's all sorts of colors that you can do. So, well, thanks for joining me for another episode of Sketch Sunday. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you join me again. If you've not seen my other episodes or any of my other videos, go look at my playlists, and I have Sketch Sunday as well as my scraps borders that I love to do with extra pieces of paper when I do end up with a collection with a lot of just scrap paper, as well as scrap matte paper. I this was part of a mat and I saved it. So I'll just put this all in an envelope, and when I make my scraps border, it'll be super cute. I've used every inch of paper for that if you're interested in joining one of my events, I will put all my information below. We do hold events in Des Moines, Iowa. Anyone is welcome to join us. I don't have just scrapbookers. I've have crafters. I've had people come and sew. I've had people come and just do other craft projects. They just use it as a getaway weekend to enjoy some time with their friends. So I hope that you can join us. I'll put that information below, as well as how to get on my email list and how to connect with me on social media. Once again, thanks for joining me and have a great day.